Damn, that's what I get for drinking this cheap-ass Mexican Modelo beer instead of my regular good stuff Heineken. Even Heinrich's pissed off, and he won't even try drinking it because it sucks so bad.
Call it Federales.
That's right. Federales, Emigre. Anyway, this is the Front Row Fanatics. We are continuing our review of Ultimate Wrestling's Out of Control that took place on June 5th, the past Saturday, American Legion Plus 33. And we're going to continue with this review as I pass it back on to the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Internet.
All right, up next we had a lot of people's favorite part of the show, the feature presentation with the feature, Carlos D'Angelo. And his special guest was Diana Drake-Hurst, and she came in and addressed him taking on Death Row, the Ultimate Wrestling heavyweight champ. In the middle of the interview, Death Row came out and basically said he didn't need to fight Carlos, didn't want to fight Carlos. Carlos had not proven himself. And a lot of people, myself included, think Carlos is the epitome of a wrestler. He defends the title. He's tough.
Ducks no opponents.
Right. And Diana Drake-Hurst basically got in there and said, you will fight him. And for her efforts there, she got picked up in Samoan drop by Death Row. He thought it was hilarious.
If she'd have been back there in the kitchen with Corinna making me some damn chicken, she wouldn't have got hurt. So nothing personal, DDH. I hope you're feeling better and all that. But hey, woman's place ain't in the ring unless you're a wrestler. So stay out and you won't be getting slammed, bam, boom, bam, smack, pow, bone crunched, and all that other good stuff.
Well, after that happened, Alexander Hurst III hit the ring.
And he was pissed.
We saw Kyle, security, everybody hit the ring. And basically, after that little excursion there, they started the match. And at the beginning of this match, you know, I know Death Row, he's been the Ultimate Wrestling heavyweight champ for some time. And not to take anything away from his wrestling prowess, I've just seen it, got the T-shirt. I was a little less than enthusiastic.
Been there, done that.
Right. But with Carlos in the equation, I was pleasantly surprised by this match. Good back and forth action. You got to see a side of Carlos, you know, a really aggressive side, going after Death Row. Here recently, like Johnny Rebel, the Black Wolf, they go after a body part and be aggressive. And to their benefit, even though they didn't win the match, it seemed to get results. And Carlos seemed to take a page from them. And the end of the match saw Carlos give Death Row a dose of Los, square in the mush.
That's right.
And Death Row ended up taking the referee out, getting himself disqualified. So the winner of the match was Carlos D'Angelo, but as you know, the title does not change hands on a disqualification.
Looked like Death Row took a page out of your bromance boy there, Brian Cage's book, to get the DQ. You know, Los is a consummate professional, and it shows that he studied prior matches with Cameron Frost, Johnny Rebel, before he had his match with Death Row, and helped it formulate a strategy, and he was quite effective. And if Death Row wouldn't have took the cheesy way out, Carlos D'Angelo would be the new Ultimate Wrestling heavyweight champion. So
that's what a lot of people are saying, and I love it that Death Row he's running scared. Let's face it, he's ducking and dodging, and he is running scared. There was no closure on this as well, and this match left me wanting more. I want to see Carlos really take it to Death Row. I think Carlos has took it personal now, and he's in it for the long haul. So I think we can look forward to a good series of matches between Death Row and Carlos D'Angelo.
Well, what did you think about Death Row's recent promo on the message board that he'll fight Carlos, but it has to be his match, his way? What do you think is in the twisted mind of Death Row? What type of match do you think we'll be looking forward to as fans? I mean, my boy been locked up in a jail cell for a long time. I mean, you get some sick shit coming up in that mind now.
A wash my drawers match.
Oh!
I know when Death Row does a promo, he needs to spit them grits out first. I'm just saying.
Woo!
Get
the nose, Carlos. Hit the nose.
Yeah, I'd like to see Carlos break Death Row's nose. I think that would be a good thing to see. But I'm going to move on. We're getting a little too into that. The next matchup was Mr. Marcus Gibbs taking on one of your personal favorites, the Master of Devastation, Cameron Frost. This match came about when the last show, Marcus Gibbs and Cameron Frost teamed together, taking a shot at the Ultimate Wrestling Tag Team titles, the current holders of which are Pure Doug Pitt, T.A. Jones, the First Sons, and Marcus Gibbs ended up screwing Cameron Frost in that match, basically.
Yes, he did.
So this was a chance for Cameron Frost to get a little payback. And I'd have to say, for the most part, Cameron Frost was on offense. But at the end of the match, he had Marcus Gibbs set up for the Omega Crusher. Marcus Gibbs had a spike
the
hidden,
spike out, baby.
and he raked the spike across the eyes of Cameron Frost, allowing him to get the 1-2-3.
And I'm really disappointed that at this turn of events, with Marcus still sinking further, shall we say, to the dark side, turning on Cameron Frost like that. Because I happen to like Marcus Gibbs, but, you know, the MOD is one of my personal favorites, and I think Marcus is in for a sad state of affairs, and he's going to learn a lesson by using the cheap underhanded tactics and doing what he did to Cameron Frost and costing him the chance of being the first Ultimate Wrestling Grand Slam champion. So, Mr. Gibbs, if I was you, I wouldn't be turning my back. I'd be looking around, watching every corner, ducking, bobbing, weaving, because the Master of Devastation is going to do you and do you bad. Lots of bodily harm.
I have to say, Cameron Frost, it sort of reminds me of Justin Stone. Pretty good guy, you know, likable guy, but at the drop of a hat can take you to a really dark place. And I fully believe that Cameron Frost is capable of doing that.
I've witnessed him on, shall we say, the more dark side in other promotions.
Yes.
And believe you me, Cameron Frost has it in him to flick that switch and step over and cross that line to the dark side and be callous, heartless, ruthless. And I believe Mr. Marcus Gibbs is going to feel this firsthand.
Yeah, if Cameron Frost goes there won't be any 2. You just might get a 1.
Yeah.
So, be on the lookout for that, fans. I can't wait to see more matches with Marcus Gibbs and Cameron Frost. With that being said, I guess we're going to take a quick break, but stick with us. We have a few more matches to go, plus some special stuff.